back to our kitchen. Tonight, we're gonna show you how to make our famous acai bowls. What's an acai bowl, you ask? Basically, it's like a smoothie, but thicker, and you eat it with a spoon in a bowl with toppings. So, fantastic, delicious, nutritious. Let's get started. Okay, so we got our ingredients. Come on over. We've got our Sambazon acai packs, unsweetened. There's no sugar, nothing. I've got 3 of these. I'm making 2 servings. So typically we would use 2 packs for 1 serving. I'm using 3 because I'm making 2 servings, but I'm also going to use a little bit of I'm going to use just a little bit of mixed fruit instead of a 4th pack. So you can use 4 packs, you can use 3 packs and some extra fruit, whatever you like. I just do that just to kind of get some different berries in there since I'm making such a big amount. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack these puppies open, toss them in the blender. All right, so we've got all of the acai packs loaded up in the blender. Now what we're going to do, since I decided to use a little bit of extra mixed fruit, we're just going to throw the fruit in the blender too. I've got this cherry berry kale mix. So just about the same amount as how much is in a pack, just substitute that much fruit. And that's probably good. What I'm going to do next is I'm also going to add some baby spinach. I don't do this all the time, but just sometimes. Today we're going to throw some spinach in there. So just a little bit, not so much to really impact the flavor, but just to get some extra greens. And last but not least, we're going to throw in our liquid. So you can use Greek yogurt. I like to use fresh made almond milk. So every couple days we make some almond milk in the Vitamix. We just throw some almonds, dates, and filtered water in the Vitamix, blend it all, whip it all up, and then you've got almond milk for a few days. So I've got almond milk here. I'm just gonna put in some, I don't know, like half a cup. It really depends and varies. So just start with a little. You can always add more if you need it. But once you get too much liquid in there, it turns into just a plain smoothie, and you don't want that. So just start with less and work your way up as needed. Remember, I'm making 2 servings, so scale it back if you're making only 1 serving. So get your trusty Vitamix. Make sure you're using a heavy-duty blender, otherwise this is probably going to be very chunky and grainy and just not an overall great experience. So let's load her up and get her going. We're going to start off on a low speed and then kind of crank it up to get it all blended. While this is blending, I want to say that sometimes I substitute an acai pack for a Daily Harvest smoothie pack. So you can really substitute anything. You can substitute fresh fruit, frozen fruit, Daily Harvest, anything like that. While you do this, you're going to have to use your little stick thingy on your blender and make sure you just keep kind of mixing everything around so that way it can all just start blending up. Otherwise, it's not going to blend well, you're going to add too much liquid, and then you're going to end up with a smoothie. So just keep going slow and then just gradually work it up. I'm going to add a little bit more liquid because it's blending all up, but it's still a little bit grainy and kind of chunky, and you want it to be, while still thick, you want it to be a lot smoother. So I'm going to add just a little bit more liquid, and then we'll keep going. Now we think that we might be done. We're going to investigate, make sure it's a good consistency, nice and smooth. It's not, so we're going to blend it a little bit longer. Okay, I think I'm happy with the final texture, final result. I was being extra careful not to make it too liquidy, so I think we are successful. So you can see it's like thick enough to eat with a spoon, but it's also not chunky with pieces of fruit or pieces of greens or anything like that. So we've got a really good texture going on here. So next is we have to figure out, what are we gonna put on top? What are we gonna use for toppings? So I think it's a great mix with a fresh fruit, some coconut flakes, some chia seeds, maybe some sliced almonds if you're feeling it, and then some cacao nibs or unsweetened chocolate is great. You can get creative and really put whatever you want on there. You can put fresh homemade peanut butter on there, anything that you like. So we're gonna put the toppings together, we're gonna whip it all up, and then we'll have dinner done. We are officially ready to assemble our bowls. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our acai mixture and we're just gonna spoon it into our bowls. Oh, take a look. Here's kind of what the texture is like. So easily spoonable. Okay, so just kind of smooth out the top a little bit to give you a nice surface for your toppings. Beautiful. Okay, so I've got some fresh sliced strawberries. So we're just gonna place those on there. You can make it pretty, you can make it fancy, or you can just throw them all on. Next, we're going to throw on some sliced almonds. I like adding sliced almonds because it adds some texture, some crunch. Just some unsweetened coconut flakes. Some chia seeds. And last but not least, we got some unsweetened chocolate chips. And voila, we're done. We've got beautiful acai bowls ready for dinner. Check them out. Super quick, easy, simple, customizable. You can have a different acai bowl every day.